Yo, and welcome back to the Simply Fitness Podcast. I'm John Stein, and on this episode of the podcast, we've got a nice short one for you today with a powerful mindset shift that you need to have with your fitness goals. Super powerful, super short. So go ahead, check out this episode, listen to it regularly. Hope you guys enjoy this episode as much as I did recording it. Hey guys, hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome back to the Simply Fitness Podcast. Got an awesome episode for you guys today. Talking a little bit about a nice mindset shift. So we're into 2021, deep into it, almost the end of February now. And at this point of the year, so many of us have given up on New Year's resolutions, our new goals for 2021. We've deemed it now impossible to reach our goals in 2021. I don't know how, because we're only 2 months out of 10. We have such a long way to go just in this 1 year. So still plenty of time to achieve that goal. So how can we shift this mindset? How can we look at our goals maybe in a slightly different way and think about them in a slightly different way? And not only on a weekly and monthly basis, but on a daily basis for us. Since a lot of our own goals involve daily actions, how can we view those actions in a different way? So many of us has probably hit some obstacles already along the way. We've probably missed workouts. We've probably missed meals. Maybe some days haven't gotten great sleep, didn't track our calories, whatever it may be. We might have, hit a bump along the way. A lot of us think that when we hit that bump, no matter how big or small, that is the moment most people give up. They believe that they have messed up permanently, that they cannot now achieve that goal because they messed up on that one day. And it might not be that exact moment that they quit, but that's the start of it. And it bleeds into that next week, into the week after that, and then it compounds. And then that's when they give up. They think they've completely messed up, and the truth is, you didn't mess up. Mistakes are going to happen. Obstacles are going to come in your way. You're going to miss meals. You're going to miss workouts. Nobody is perfect. So instead of viewing those as a complete mess up, a complete failure of your goals, just view it as exactly what it is. A mistake, a bump in the road. The way that I like to think about this is, you can't mess this up. You can't. You really can't. Just because you missed a meal, just because you missed a workout, does not mean you messed up. You can't mess it up. The only way that you could mess up your fitness goals, your journey, is by giving up completely. Just don't give up. When you miss that meal, when you miss that workout, you know what you do? You get right back on it. You get that next meal. You get that next workout in. And you proceed on. It's a blimp on the radar. And you go right back on track, and you learn from that mistake. Maybe there was a reason that obstacle came up, and maybe you address that and you move on. But you can't mess this up. And you got to know that you cannot mess this up. Nobody got their fitness goals after one day. No one lost weight by eating one salad. No one gained fat by eating a donut. No one got jacked doing one workout. No one lost all their gains by missing a workout. That's just a cold hard fact. One meal workout is not the solution. It's the compounding effect of all of those workouts, of all of those meals. It takes over time. This isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. So let's look maybe sometimes a little bit more at the bigger picture. This is not just, your goal, your fitness goal, for the next month or couple months. It's for your next couple of years, the next decade, the rest of your life. This is a marathon. This isn't a sprint. to the finish line, to that end result, and it stops. So once we start having this mindset shift of viewing it as a total entity there, so the total picture, and you realize, I can't mess this up. I can't. Tomorrow's another day, next meal, the next workout. You'll get it in. You'll get right back on track. And then the next one, and then the next one. And you might hit another blimp. That's okay. Get right back on. And at the beginning, this can be really hard because there can be a lot of blimps at the beginning. And it takes time to learn a new skill. This is all a skill. This is all things that you're learning. If you're trying something new, it's going to take time. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fall. You're going to, have a bad workout. You're going to miss a meal. You're going to learn things along the way that are going to make it easier for you to succeed. But that comes with time. And that comes with not giving up and pushing through those obstacles, learning from them, and then get smaller and smaller and smaller. And you adjust and you adjust and you adjust. And then you find that, that program, that nutrition, that fitness that works for you. And that's where you find that flow, and you learn to make those adjustments along the way. So what I like to do when you do make a mistake, when you do miss a meal, instead of beating yourself up, thinking that, all your results are lost, that you never achieve that goal, let's switch that. Tell yourself, I can't mess this up. I didn't mess this up. And get right back on track. It is really that simple and that easy, guys. You've got to have that shift in your mindset in the way that you think about your goals, the way you look at your goals, and the way that you look at your fitness. Looking at it very short-sightedly, thinking, that one mistake is going to be the end-all be-all, is just not the case. Let's talk about, let's relate this to like a real life example here. Talk about something that just happened right before the podcast here. So a couple of days ago was the Super Bowl here. During the Super Bowl, what do? We have a lot of snacks. We have, I'll talk about my food. I had ribs. I had mac and cheese, chips, dessert. Okay, that might not have been the healthiest meal. It did not align exactly with my goals, but I loved it. I loved cooking it, loved eating it. I enjoyed it, had a great time with my wife, and it was a great time. But that doesn't mean that I gave up on my goals. I still got my workout in before I did all that. I still got my steps in. I still felt great. So I was able to have that meal and not feel upset about it. And then what I do, Monday went right back to normal. Had some leftover mac and cheese. This time I had it with some broccoli. Make sure I got my water in. At dinner I had a salad with my hamburger and fries. Like it's all about making those adjustments that fits with your goals. So you can't mess this up, guys. You really cannot mess this up. Just remember that. At the end of the day, even if you succeeded with hitting all your targets or whether you missed a few of them, that's okay. Tomorrow's another day. You can get after it again tomorrow, and it compounds over time. Success compounds, but so do those mistakes. So we make those adjustments from those mistakes. We learn from them and turn them into successes. So I hope you all have a great rest of your day. This was a great episode. Nice little short one here. Only about 10 minutes long. So just want to get on here real quick today, and because this mindset shift is super powerful. Once you can have this shift, it is amazing how freeing it is from the stress of dieting and working out and things like that. When you know that, like, it's not just today's workout, it's the workouts over the month, over the next year. And this one, if I miss it, that's okay. I'll get back on it tomorrow. And as long as I'm hitting those goals over time, that's where it all compounds. And that's where results are made and lasted. So remember, you can't mess this up, guys. Again, I hope you all have a great day. And I'll see you guys next time.